Hello, this is Clean Coach Carly. I'm the staff nutritionist at Healthy Habits Living, and I'm talking to you today about some of my favorite formulations from Metagenics. Now, first of all, Metagenics is the OG of professional supplement companies. They really set the bar early in the 90s, mid to late 90s maybe, and early 2000s for being innovative and focusing on quality in their professional supplement lines. So they were started originally by Jeff Bland, who is also known as the father of integrative medicine. He was the owner at one time. He isn't anymore. But nevertheless, Metagenics has always been a thought and industry leader. So one thing they're known for is their gut health supplements, specifically their protein shake, meal replacement shakes. They're really more than a protein and a meal replacement, though. They are actually a functional food or a medical food. A medical food is a supplement that has gone through rigorous testing and has been verified to have medical benefits. And there aren't any other protein shakes or meal replacements that can make that claim. So their Ultra Inflamex and their Inflamex meal replacement and therapeutic foods are medical foods and very helpful for gut issues. In particular, their Ultra Inflamex 360 is indicated for IBS, IBD, colitis, and Crohn's disease. Now, all of these shakes have something in common. They have very easily digested and absorbed proteins, usually from pea protein or rice protein. They also have other pre-digested nutrients and easily absorbable nutrients so that you or whoever is using them can digest all of those nutrients and help to rebuild the gut integrity. So the lining of the small intestines, the cells in there need nutrients so that they can regenerate and so that you can be protected from absorbing things that you don't want, and so that you can absorb nutrients that you do want into your bloodstream. So their suite of Inflamex, Ultra Inflamex, and Ultra Inflamex 360 are those medical foods that are indicated for chronic or severe or chronic and severe digestive issues. Another supplement that I recommend along with those is the Zinlori 75. Zin or zinc is the main ingredient there, and it's a specialized form of zinc called zinc carnosine. This is the form of zinc that your small intestinal cells need for their integrity. And what I mean by that is your small intestinal cells should stand up and kind of wave around. They have little cilia or hair-like fingers on them, and they should be kind of sorting what you want to absorb into the bloodstream and what you want to keep out. Now, if those cells are damaged by diet, medications, toxins, infections, they will literally kind of lay down and they're not able to do their job of that sorting or keeping out the bad and in the good. And so zinc is one of the nutrients that can help to regenerate and revive those cells. Another nutrient that can help with that same process is the glutagenics, which is glutamine powder. Glutamine is an amino acid that is a building block for those actual cells. So extra glutamine in the diet in the form of supplement or in foods, if you're going to eat glutamine-rich foods, will help the cellular turnover so the old cells die and the new ones are built up in a healthy way. So that is the kind of suite of formulations that I like for addressing a wide range of gut issues. Another category they have is bone building, and their formulation is called Bone Builder, and they have like 6 or 7 versions of this. Now, in the past, they thought of bone building as, oh, well, eat your cheese or your calcium fortified milk. Well, we know now that those fortified foods really aren't offering us enough or the form of calcium that we need. They're also not offering us the cofactors and the micronutrients that we need in order to build bone. We need more than calcium to build bone. So in Bone Builder, you're going to get your absorbable calcium, balanced with your vitamin D and your K, some boron and phosphorus. You can get that in a vegan version. You can get Bone Builder Forte, which is higher doses. You can get it in a chewable version. You can get it in a version with or without iron, and a couple of other versions. So if you're looking for bone building, this is the suite of formulations you want to look at and find the one that is best suited to your needs and your lifestyle. A third category of formulations that is really stand out with Metagenics is their brain or the mental health formulations. Now, the three formulas that I think are the best and most useful across the board can be used together or they can be used separately. So first is magnesium L-threonate. Now, magnesium has many benefits. I've made many videos, written many blogs, talked many times about magnesium. Most of us are likely deficient in magnesium. Some estimates are up to 95% of Americans are deficient in magnesium. So it's no wonder that we would need magnesium L-threonate, which is the only form that crosses the blood-brain barrier. It's the only form of magnesium that affects the brain. And magnesium is a calming nutrient, so it's going to calm neurotransmitters by hooking up into those receptor sites and helping neuronal pathways and communication. So remember, magnesium L-threonate is the only form that can do this for us. The other supplements in their mental health suite are Serenogen and MyoCalm Plus. Now, these can be taken separately or they can be taken together. So I think of Serenogen as when you are wired and tired. So this usually means that you are in pre-adrenal fatigue, where you're just wired all the time, so your cortisol is high all the time, or you're in that wired and tired phase where your cortisol is high sometimes and extremely low sometimes, and it's just kind of swinging back and forth, and that eventually ends up with adrenal fatigue, where you're never wired anymore because you can't make enough cortisol. So Serenogen is what you would think of as a traditional Chinese medicine formula, where it has adaptogens, herbal adaptogens, that will help to modulate your cortisol levels or support your adrenal glands so that you can modulate your cortisol levels. So if they're too high, you can bring them down endogenously, or if they're too low, you can make more cortisol. So that is for when you're wired and tired. So very stressed out all the time, mentally, physically. Now, MyoCalm Plus is more of a neuromuscular formula. So in other words, if you are wired or tired with body aches, and usually this is a more of the tired or the adrenal fatigue and the body aches. So something like fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue, or if you have a chronic infection like Lyme disease, or if you have rheumatoid arthritis or another autoimmune condition that causes muscle pain or tension and fatigue for most of the day, for most days. So this MyoCalm Plus is more of that tired all the time type of situation. So if you're tired all the time and have lots of body aches and pains, MyoCalm Plus is for you. If you're wired and tired, I would recommend Serenogen and MyoCalm, or just Serenogen by itself, because Serenogen again has those adaptogens that will help modulate and even out your cortisol before it's completely burned out. And then of course the magnesium L-threonate, we all probably can use a little more magnesium, especially the form that gets into the brain. If you have any type of anxiety or restlessness in your thoughts or your mood, think about magnesium L-threonate as a foundational formula for managing that. So Metagenics, again, is one of those companies that have just been around making top-notch formulations that have been researched. They have an excellent medical advisory board. They're very well researched and supported in the industry at large. They are innovative, and often they are releasing formulas before other companies have kind of gotten on the bandwagon. They really are thought leaders. So here at Healthy Habits Living, we're always here to provide you with the best supplements and the best information so that you can make the best decision for your optimal health. We are here to help you get healthy so you can stay healthy and be healthy.